From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, September 26th, 2015. Silver is trading at $15.12 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,146 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $237. Antiwar.com reports, speaking Thursday to the Senate Intelligence Committee, NSA Chief Admiral Michael Rogers claimed that a potential government shutdown was a threat to national security on the grounds that the NSA might lose employees to the private sector if that happens. Rogers claims that NSA employees are so great that they could easily get much better jobs outside of the NSA, and that many are likely to do so if they believe the shutdown is going to threaten their pay, meaning the agency could lose significant numbers of workers. At the core, Rogers' complaint largely echoes some of the government agency chiefs who are opposed to the shutdown because they don't want to see their agency's funding threatened, or worse yet, see them shut down for a period of time long enough that the public realizes that what they're doing isn't really missed when it's gone. That's the real threat to the NSA, in particular, with so much of their activity done entirely in secret, and the public only having the government's word for it that what the NSA is doing is actually important. The question could quickly be brought to the fore with the shutdown, and particularly with all the objectionable things the NSA is known to do, their value is already a subject of debate. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports Texas correction officials on Friday admitted that they have supplied doses of a lethal drug to the state of Virginia for an execution there, but refused to disclose how they obtained the chemical. Officials said 3 vials of the drug pentobarbital were given to the Virginia Department of Corrections. Pentobarbital is a barbiturate often used in lethal injections that can cause death in high doses. On Friday, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice acknowledged that it shared the drug with Virginia, but refused to disclose where they had obtained the pentobarbital. Virginia is scheduled to execute an inmate next week, its first in 2 years. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice said state law prohibits the agency from disclosing the identity of the supplier of lethal injection drugs. Friday's disclosure came a day after attorneys for Oklahoma death row inmate Richard Glossop filed court papers claiming the Texas government is now manufacturing its own lethal injection drugs and it is sharing them with Virginia. Glossop is scheduled to be executed on September 30th, barring a last-minute reprieve. Oklahoma will use the drug midazolam to aid in his execution, but Glossop has requested pentobarbital, which is considered to be more reliable in executions since it appears that Texas is able to supply the drug. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $3 per month or any amount of Bitcoin per month, thanks to the recurring payment options provided by Coinbase. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports House Speaker John Boehner will leave Congress at the end of October after struggling with repeated rebellions by conservatives during a tumultuous 5-year reign as the chamber's top Republican. The 65-year-old congressman from Ohio stunned Republican House members at a meeting on Friday morning with the announcement that he would resign his seat effective October 30th. U.S. Representative Kevin McCarthy of California, the number 2 House Republican, quickly became the leading contender to replace Boehner as Speaker. While loyal to Boehner, McCarthy has built personal relationships with conservative groups and tacked right recently to back the shutdown of the Export-Import Bank. Boehner has faced constant pressure from conservatives who believe he was too willing to compromise with President Obama and too frequently relied on Democratic votes to pass crucial legislation. Boehner told reporters he was stepping aside to avoid another brewing House battle over his leadership. Conservatives had threatened a revolt and possible government shutdown over spending next week. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.